Pori. We're going to go with d4 again. I've gotten a lot of whites in a row, it feels like. Lost a fat American. That's pretty brutal. So d4, d5, c4. Okay, so he plays e6. Good choice here, compared to the previous guy at least. Knight f6. We're taking. Oh, thanks a lot for the follow, Bullet Pojkin. I'm sorry about pronouncing that wrong, but thanks for a lot for the follow there. Really appreciate it. All right, bishop g5, pinning the knight. Okay, we play e3. Oh, and there's your follow, Vladimir. Glad to see you're enjoying it. h6. Bishop is just going to retreat. Next move is bishop to... he plays b6. It's interesting. We're going to go bishop f3. Bishop g4 before taking. That could be possible. Still not a huge fan of it, though, personally. He can play bishop f5 now. If he plays bishop f5 after b6, it's kind of a weird gap in his position. He could play bishop f5 earlier, but I think it loses a pawn, though, is the problem. If he plays it back here, bishop f5, I take the knight, he takes back, and then queen b3. Oh yeah, I've heard knight f6 is bad in the Queen's Gambit. It doesn't even have a name in my openings book. Yeah, there's no name because it's just not something you should do. It's the idea. Alright, we're going to go, I believe, rook c1 here. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let's just play queen... there's lots of options here. Let's go queen c2. Isn't the fianchetto bad? It's not great. It's not terrible. It's usually not as good as having the bishop on a different square, though. So it's not the best, but it's not the worst type thing. Rook c1. Am I pursuing my studies or completely focused on chess? I already finished college. I'm 22 years old, so I'm done with college. If that's what you're referring to. Bishop f5 too early doesn't work out. I'll point it out in the analysis at the end of the game. But if you'd played bishop f5 after I played bishop g5, it doesn't work out, unfortunately. Not sure what the point of this move is. I think I can just play bishop g3 and kick him around. My bishop wasn't doing a whole lot on h4 anyways. I guess he didn't like the pin, but he's going to be... His rook is getting kicked around quite a bit here. What's my degree in? The degree is, it's general education. I did do 2 years at a community college, mainly to appease my dad. He's a 4-year university guy. I did 2 years to appease my dad. I never really was big into the college route, even though I suggest all of you guys to stay in school type thing. I was always more... I was good at school. I was very good at school. I had straight A's, stuff like that, but I didn't really particularly enjoy it. So I kind of preferred not to stay too long. I'm not receiving any video feed or audio. You need to just refresh then, I guess, because it seems fine on my end here. Alright, so knight h5. This is a little bit annoying. I like this bishop. I didn't really want to lose it. I guess we'll just play rook d1, though. Didn't really want to lose it. I wanted to play knight b5 next move, but I guess we can't be helped. Interestingly, in the line d4, d5, c4, knight f6 takes, computer will say black should gambit it with c6. That's mainly because the computer's not liking knight takes d5 or queen takes d5, as we've seen plenty of examples of. I don't know if I would say recommending a gambit is the way to go, but it's also, it's still tough for black. I think we're gonna play bishop h3. It looks weird, but we're gonna play knight f5 next move. There you go, good job. It works now. Cool. So we're gonna go knight f5 next move, and the idea is to... Man, he really hates that pin. He really hates that pin, huh? Okay, we're going knight f5. Threatening knight takes d5 is the idea. So knight f6 maybe is something he could consider. If he plays knight f6, I'm going to play e4 and attack the pawn. Once this knight moves, then this d5 pawn is pinned to the queen. So that's the idea. He has the two bishops, however, he has an isolated d pawn, so this is a pretty big weakness for the most part. Why not defend the dark square bishop with knight e2? I can take back with the pawn. The doubled pawns here are really not that big a deal, in my opinion. Okay, so we're picking up a pawn here at least. Knight takes d5. Ooh, excuse me. So if bishop takes, I play rook takes. If rook takes my rook, I play queen takes. Okay, I'm not a big fan of this one. This queen c8's a big mistake. We take here. So the idea is if this knight was gone, I could play, I'd have two pieces attacking the his knight. If my knight was gone, I can actually just grab the knight. If he takes back, now I have discovered attacks with a check on knight takes h6. So I'm up a piece right now. And this is pretty easy to win. Yeah, queen e5, that's fine. I'll play b3. We'll play just queen d1, I guess. Actually, knight e7 check actually works out here. It's a weird tactic, but it works. If the queen takes, I take the bishop, or I take the rook in the corner. Same kind of idea. So we're just strictly up a piece. As long as I don't flag here, pretty easy to win. And with the time increment, should be no problem. Bishop e3. I guess we'll just centralize the king. Play a check. Just going to retreat, just kind of see what he does here. That's fine. I'll move my king back over. So still up a pawn and a piece. I'm going to play a4. Bishop c4, attack the f7 pawn. Queen d3. Just going to pile up on f7 pretty soon. Queen d4 is also a threat. Queen d4 to trade queens. g3. Move the king. Queen d5, maybe. Alright, we're going to go queen d4, just trade queens. This is the simplest way. Take there, take f7. Go here, f4, e4, and now it's just pushing the pawns. This is a pretty easy win. Is it too much to ask for you to play the Stonewall before the opposition gets too strong? It's very fun to watch.